Hey guys, this is a interesting review. I went to a local restaurant that's probably the best ramen place in town. They're called Hanabi. They're the closest authentic ramen that I've found kind of in the area I'm in. But they have a special dish going on right now called Godzilla, which is basically it's their version of one of those like extreme ramen challenge type dishes. It's extremely hot, and I wanted to eat it and get a feel for it and review it. I kind of add it to my collection of reviews for different types of ramen. All the ones I've reviewed so far were store bought, pre-packaged dry ramen that you cook yourself. So this is my first restaurant ramen that I'm reviewing. I did eat half of mine when I was at the restaurant, but I did not win. They challenge you to eat it in 20 minutes, and it comes out boiling hot. So part of the sort of trickery there is that it's so hot you can't even eat it for the first 5 or 10 minutes. I saw one guy actually pouring ice into his to cool it down quicker so he could start eating it faster. I didn't even think to do that. They only allow you to have water with it. You can't have any other drinks or other food. So I did have ice water. I wish I would have thought to do the ice cube trick. But anyways, I didn't win. I couldn't finish it in time. I was kind of taking my time. So I still had half of it left, and that's what I'm eating now. I'll see if you can kind of see it. It's probably hard for the camera to get an angle, but it's basically just an oily, very oily, fatty broth with like a lot of red, very hot pepper oil. I'm assuming it may even be like an extract or something, but I also found like very thin red peppers sliced up in there, like a whole shit ton of them. It's probably Thai chilies, or it may be something even like those are hot, but they're not as hot as like a Trinidad scorpion pepper or something like that. So I don't know if they have anything extreme in here, like a ghost pepper, or the Trinidad, or the Reaper pepper, Carolina Reapers. Like I don't know if any of that is in here. They didn't tell us the recipe or what peppers were in it, but I'm assuming it's something really hot because this is the hottest ramen I've ever eaten. One of the people at the place said that there is something hotter than this at Oni Ramen in Dallas, but I've never been there, and this, if it's hotter than this, I don't even know how anyone could survive it. But I'll eat a little bit and describe it real quick. Pretty hot. Luckily the temperature has cooled down on this, and it's easier for me to eat. When it's hot, the sort of pepper oils just sear into your tongue and your throat. Like temperature heat really brings out the spice heat in this particular soup or ramen. Like right now I can kind of tolerate it, but at the restaurant, like this stuff does not joke around. It's already starting to build up some pretty intense heat. And I haven't actually been into a pepper yet, but there's a lot of them. Like there's one right there. There's a lot of them floating around in here, and they are killer. Mmm. Right on the back of your throat, like or the lower part of your throat, right there. It just burns so bad on the way down. One thing I noticed also is when you're eating it and it's hot, a lot of those ramens I've reviewed, they burn pretty severely on the tongue and mouth area and the throat, but they kind of stop right at the limit where it starts being actually painful. Like this actually caused my mind to signal like pretty extreme pain. I'm pretty, like, I eat a lot of spicy stuff, so I don't think it's a case of me being a baby about the spice. It's just intense. Like it started choking me up. But yeah, sometimes you'll get a bite of this and the oils will just sear on your tongue and your throat. Like, it just makes it so you can't hardly eat it. But yeah, they have a lot of there's like black fungus. That's what those black things are I keep eating. They're a type of mushroom. There's green onions, a bunch of vegetables, and then there's some kind of pork fat pieces. Like some, I don't know what it is. It's not regular meat. And then there's also ground pork of some. It's ground pork and something else in here. But there's not. There's actually not like there's not whole pieces of meat. Most of the meat in this is ground up. So they made it so that there's really nothing for your mouth to get a feel of other than just the intense heat and the oils and the peppers. So it's like, you can't just pick out something out of there and try to work around the heat. It's all there is the heat. Let me just drink some broth and get the full burn. Yeah. This stuff will clear your throat real good, clear your sinuses. But yeah, as far as just reviewing the overall flavor, it's a nice broth of some sort. Like, it's a hearty broth, but the oils and the heat, the pepper, like all this stuff that's floating in there, it's so intense and overwhelming that you really don't get to enjoy the other flavors too much. Like, you get a hint of them every now and then, but most of your time is spent in pain, sweating, and tasting all the heat. That's really all there is heat. But I will say, now that it's cooling down, it's a lot easier to eat. So if you do go to the restaurant, just dump some ice in there and kind of cool it off, because that really does seem to help. It's still killing me, but it's a lot easier when it's not 400 degrees. But yeah, so this, like I said earlier, the dish is called Godzilla, and it's at Hanabi, which they have a Fort Worth location and a Dallas and one other, I think, in another part of Texas. But this is pretty hot. Like, I've heard that there's one hotter one at a place in Dallas called Oni. I don't remember if I mentioned that already or not, but if that one is hotter than this, I don't know how anyone eats it. It'd be fucking impossible. Like, when I was at the restaurant eating this, a guy near me and his friend were trying the same dish, and he's the one who told me that Oni ramen has the hotter one that he's tried. That guy actually, he finished his, he picked up the bowl and like poured the broth down his throat, and as soon as he did that, he tilted forward and just threw up in the bowl. Like, it wasn't a lot. He just kind of spit up and then he stopped himself, and then he ran off to the bathroom, and his other friend was still trying to finish. So they ended up losing, because if you finish and you throw up, the form or waiver that you sign says that you will lose automatically. So they don't count it if you finish and then throw up. They only give you 20 minutes to eat it, so I didn't even come close. I ate about half mine by then. Mine was so hot I couldn't even eat it until like 10 minutes in, so. Oh, it's just killer hot. Oh. I don't know how anyone finishes this. But yeah, I mean, that's it. It's a pretty simple review. There's not much detail to it. It's just fucking hot ass noodles that would just tear your insides up. Like, there's just peppers everywhere floating in this too. Like, you bite into that while you're eating it. So it's just, it's intense. Kind of chokes you up if you try to talk while you're eating it. Like, at the restaurant, I took my first bite, like a huge ass bite, thinking like, I'm used to this stuff, this isn't gonna faze me. And like, I couldn't even talk after it because it was frying my throat so much. It took me a long while to even be able to talk. But yeah, so if you're ever in Dallas or Fort Worth, find Hanabi, get the Godzilla dish and try to finish it in 20 minutes. I think if you win, you get your picture taken and put on their wall, and you get a T-shirt or something, and you get the meal for free also. But yeah, I just couldn't finish it. It's fucking hot. So if as far as spicy stuff, out of everything I've ever reviewed, this is the hottest thing. Those extra spicy, the Samyang brand that is a 2x spicy chicken or whatever, those are the hottest I've reviewed until now. This is worth, I'd say, 2 to 3 times the heat of that. Like, at least double. It's at least double those. I think those are 8,000 Scoville units. So this is at least 16,000, if not way more than that. I don't know. They didn't tell me any of the data like that. I didn't really think to ask them, honestly. But this has got to be at least double the 8,000 Scoville unit ramen. That's like the hottest I've tried. So if that's what you wanted to know, you can go there, and this will be hotter than those ramen for sure. But anyways, I'll keep reviewing the ramen at home, like the kind you cook at home, as I find new ones. I still have some more to review, so look forward to more of those. God, it's hot. Anyway, I'll wrap it up now, but just look forward to more of that in the future, and if you get a chance to check out Hanabi, do it. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.